What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TVP Lounge. Hope everybody is doing well today. Hope all of you have had a great work week up until this point. And if you have not had a good work week up until this point, I'm so sorry. But hopefully today you can get some entertainment and get the weekend started off right. All right, let me flip this screen around, man. We got some stuff to talk about today. A very, very controversial tweet that I saw. I guess you can't say controversial. It was controversial to me, very, very debatable, and I had to bring it up today as I was trying to figure out what was going on. Let me flip the camera around. What up, good people? Hope y'all doing well. Happy Friday. We're back for the lounge for another week. Oh man, Philly, what up? What's going on, Philly? Welcome to the lounge. Tomorrow, what's going on? Rick said hello. What up, my guy? Make sure you're in the after party, please. Need to holler at you, as well as a couple others. We got some things to discuss. Who's that girl? What's going on with you? Shout out to the homie Rashad. Dropped the super chat. Appreciate that, man. Hope everything is well with you and yours. CZ, what up? What up? Lisa with the super chat as well. Thank you so much. Said happy Friday. Cheers. Happy Friday to you as well. Hope all is well with you and yours. Who says it came in? Raheem. What up, Raheem? What's going on? Welcome to the lounge. Hope all is good with you. As y'all see in the topic, or as y'all see in the description, we are going to talk about today. Vegas is overrated and overpriced. For real? I saw it and I laughed, and I was like, I got to talk about that on the stream today, especially in line with as we was talking about the whole spiel last week about Arya being overrated. Listen, I had to note down some of the comments that I saw in that thread on Twitter. I told you I'm trying to be more active on Twitter this year. I'm gonna try to get way more in the Twitter world. And so today I went in there, I was like, let me see what's going on, what they talking about in the Twitter space. And we'll bring that over to the stream. Y'all already know, as always, drop the emojis. Let's go ahead and get them emojis in here so we can take this first shot. And let me start with y'all. Let me ask y'all first. I'm pretty sure it'll be another minute or so for some other folks coming here because of the whole 5:15 get down with the timing with this stream. But it's all good. So for those of y'all that are in here right now, I'm gonna ask y'all first before we get into this. Do y'all think Vegas is overrated? Do y'all think Vegas is overpriced? Comment below, let me know your thoughts, and drop them emojis too so we can go ahead and get this first shot rocking. I give y'all a few seconds to answer the question and we'll get into it. And by the way, I was just on Twitter too before I went live, and I just saw an update from Vital Vegas about Light Nightclub. Great news about that for those of y'all who like Light Nightclub. Awesome, we're gonna talk about that too. Wasn't much, but I just happened to see an update last minute before I hopped up in here. All right, how many people we got in here? I see 21 live right now. All right, I need some more emojis before I take a shot. Who we got flowing in through here? Oh yeah, shout out to Rashad. What up, Rashad? A Mason, what's going on? Welcome to the lounge. Ryan, Karen, what up? Garav, Tina, what's happening? Good to see you too. Welcome to the lounge. Happy Friday to all of those as well. New York, what up? All right, let's see. Rashad said nah. I see nah. No, definitely not overrated. No, nope. Deontay, what's going on? Said no doubt TVP watching on the grind. Appreciate the support as always. Keep the grind flowing. The answer is hell no. All right, not overrated. All right. Let's see. Overrated, no. Overpriced, some things. Okay. Yeah. We'll get into that too. That's very respectable actually. All depends on what you do. All right. Make sure I get my last shout outs before I get into this. Oh, HJ, Catherine, Sweeney, I think I said what up to CZ. And I think who was that? Oh, David just hopped in. What up, TVP and family? No way Vegas is overrated. All right, so nobody thinks Vegas is overrated. I did see somebody say that some things are overpriced, which I myself agree with. Okay, so let me take this shot first, and I will give my thoughts. Now I'm gonna just ask y'all this strictly. Do y'all think Vegas is overpriced? I know we on the no to the overrated. Is Vegas overpriced? Aside from the some things, because I do agree with that as well. Cheers to y'all too. Thank y'all for the love and support as always. Appreciate y'all being in here with me like we is every Friday. And shout out to my replay gang too. Shout out to my replay gang. I appreciate y'all.
Perfect.
Alright. Shout out to Crown Royal too. Love Crown Royal. Shout out to Crown. Alright. Okay. Where my overpriced people at before I get in here? I know I saw always depends. Oh yeah, I saw that one already. Overpriced, yes, okay. Only thing overpriced is anything in the hotel shops pays $6.75 for a 20-ounce soda. I was so hurt, okay. Overrated, no. Overpriced, yes and no, okay. Some things overpriced, yes on most things, okay. Let's see. What up, Zoe? What's going on, man? Welcome to the Lounge. Good to see you, man. Shout out Cheesehead Nation. Okay. All right. Let's start with the overrated part. Now, with anything in the world, this is obviously opinionated, but let's throw this in context. If somebody said Vegas was overrated, because I got these noted these down because I want y'all to hear what some people's responses was, and then I'm going to translate this into something else. And let me just go ahead and throw this out here first. I'm gonna say this first. One of my closest homie calls Vegas the adult Disneyland. I want y'all to keep that in context to where I go with things. All right. Now, I ain't been to Disneyland, Disney World. I ain't never been to Disney World. I've been to Universal Studios, but I ain't never been there. People is obsessed with Disney World, Disneyland. So I want y'all to keep that in mind. Keep follow along where I'm going. So it's MGM Rewards. They made the tweet. They tweeted and was like, it was like, good morning to everyone except for the people who think Vegas is overrated. I first of all died laughing. I was like, yo. I was like, they didn't tweet this for real. Nah, they did. And they went through and replied to some of the comments. I tell y'all all the time, I am a comment reader, whether it's my videos, whether it's other people's videos, because you learn a lot about people and how they interact and engage. I got a super chat. Where did that super chat come from? Oh, Tina. Shout out to Tina. Appreciate the super chat, Tina. Greatly appreciate the support. All right. So, do I think Vegas is overrated? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I got my notes. These is what some people said. Somebody, one of the first things I saw was not overrated but overpriced. I'm like, okay, now that's debatable. I can understand that. Someone said $25 gin and tonic begs to differ. Like, okay. Somebody said resort fees, $34 burgers and 25 Tito's say otherwise. Companies charge for parking. Someone had mentioned to MGM Rewards because they're going from the $25 or the 25 tier points for dollars spent is now 4 tier credits for every dollar spent. And they said doing the calculations, you'll need to spend $50,000 a year to keep platinum status. I thought that was quite hilarious. Because pretty sure you don't need to spend $50K to get platinum status. I'm almost positive. Even if you were to do simple dollars, especially if you gambling, because you get paid per how much you bet and spend. So if you winning money, you're not spending money. Someone said Vegas isn't overrated, only the Cosmopolitan is overrated. That I found myself to be hilarious. It's like, okay. The comments was interesting, and somebody was like, y'all got too many cigarette smokers, which again I found hilarious. So it's what the folks in the Twitter world were saying about Vegas being overrated. So here's my first thing. What are you comparing Vegas to? Because the reason I mentioned the adult Disneyland, I said this because Disneyland is, what do they say Disneyland is, or Disney World is the happiest place in the world or something like that. I think that's the saying. If y'all know Disneyland, Disney World, y'all know better than me. Y'all can correct me. But they say something like it's like the happiest place in the world. So if it's the happiest place in the world, cool. Why is everything so expensive? The pricing, from my understanding, from people who I've worked with and who I know go there consistently, they say parallels to Vegas. Any place that you go to on destination, any tourist destination, any place across the world, if you go somewhere that attracts tourists, like it's a big tourist destination, things is going to be more than normal. Now, in Vegas, hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on. I got to give me a 2-minute break. Hold on real quick. was this? All right, my bad. Okay. Something just popped up. My fault. Okay, we good. All right. So any tourist place is going to be overpriced. Now, when you say overrated, you have to. I look at that in the scale of people overrate, overhype, same thing. Vegas, there's so many things to do in Vegas. There are things that you can do in Vegas that you can't do in no other city. You got shows, all kinds of shows. Your headline artists that you like and wish you could go and see around the world normally come to Vegas. So you can literally just go to Vegas to see who you might want to see in the music industry or in the entertainment world. You got shows, you got concerts, you got clubs that turn into concerts. So you can go to a club just to have a regular nightlife and then your artists come out. Now you at a concert. You got all type of genres of food. You got so many different activities. You have people from all over the world coming to one place. So I don't understand how anyone could say Vegas is overrated when it's literally a place that attracts everyone from across the world and can cater to everyone across the world. If you think of the most randomest thing in the world right now that you would want to do, just random, that you probably didn't think you could do in your normal city, more than likely you can do it in Vegas. No matter how young you are, no matter how old you are, there's something to do for everybody. Now, obviously, I myself say Vegas is not for kids. Vegas should be for adults 21 and older because of how much alcohol is consumed, the erotic things you see on the strip, etc., etc. But teach their own. No judgment. That's just my opinion. But even for kids, there's things in Vegas to do for kids. There's things in Vegas to do even if you older. There's things to do for older folks. And I mean like senior citizen older folks. I know some people be real iffy about the age thing. So when I hear people say that, I'm like, to call Vegas overrated, you have to speak to something that says this, that, and the third about Vegas. Here's what Vegas say. Here's how people talk about Vegas, but you can do this somewhere else, but you can't do this in Vegas. The whole overrated notion, like the term over, I think people really need to stop using the word overrated if they don't have a clear definition as to why it's overrated and what they're comparing it to. Because forget how much I like Vegas, how much I love Vegas. I gotta say, I forget how much I love Vegas. Let's just use common logic. Like, if you can go to Vegas and literally do anything, just about anything, how can you call that place overrated? Like Vegas we clearly know the hype around Vegas. People got careers because of Vegas, and they don't even live in Vegas. But if there's a place there that you can do things you dreamed of, see people you wish you could dream of, like think about it. If you want to see, everyone loves music. Your favorite artist 9 times out of 10, if they mainstream, will probably be performing in Vegas. So you can go to dinner. You could potentially go to dinner, go to a club, and see your artist. Well, let's take the dinner part out. You could go to a nightclub and pay and probably see your favorite artist for free. You get a free concert. How's that overrated? These clubs is charging these artists to be there. And you get to go have a good time, meet people from all over the place, and get a concert for free. Your shows, if you don't want to see them in a club, you can go watch them perform, check out a hotel that's probably nowhere near in comparison to hotels in your local city. Stay there for a weekend. You can't do that everywhere. This whole overrated notion, there's so much stuff that's going on about people throwing the word overrated out here in Vegas. But then when you ask why, they don't even have a logical answer. Like I was looking at these comments, I said, y'all trolling. That don't even make sense. Like somebody had mentioned companies charge parking. Companies charge for parking everywhere. Like people just want, look, in this community, we say it all the time. On this side of YouTube, people just love to complain and don't make no sense. So I'm gonna get to Vegas being overpriced in a second, because now that's a debatable topic. But again, that's, we got to put in comparison. So my thing is, anybody who think Vegas is overrated, but they think Disney World or Disneyland isn't overrated, because I had this debate with somebody at work, about this because they don't really like Vegas like that, but they love Disneyland. Because I think you got to pay like a membership or something, some yearly annual member. You can buy like an annual pass, something like that. And I was like, that annual pass almost costs more than multiple trips and things that I do in Vegas for the whole year. Like, that don't even make sense. Like, it costs you more to go to Disney World, Disneyland, and you don't even sit back and do half the stuff you could do in Vegas. Like, it'd be crazy to me. All right, let me hop up here in the chat. All right, what's going on? What y'all thoughts with this is? Where did I leave off at? Oh, okay. All right, this was depends on what you're doing. Some things are overpriced, so you have to do your research. That's the overprice. Okay, we'll get to overpriced in a second. Overrated compared to what? Right, that's my whole thing. What are we comparing it to? And no one in the thread that I saw compare Vegas to anything. They just said Vegas is overrated. And that's when it's just like, how can you call something overrated, but you don't even speak to what you're comparing it to? Where's the? Oh, whoa. Oh, here it is. Shout out to Lisa. Okay, she said, let's take a shot. All right, appreciate the super chat. Fair enough. I take on the strength of that super chat. I'll take a shot. You got it. Let's take a shot. We got it. But yeah, I was like, that was my same thing. How are we gonna call Vegas overrated, but we're not comparing it to nothing? It's the same thing I tell y'all about people making false videos on YouTube. You make a video about something, people gonna start asking questions. Like, if somebody ain't never been to Vegas and they like, wait, Vegas overrated for real? Really? What did they do? That's crazy. All right, yeah. Shout out to Lisa. Greatly appreciate the super chat. We'll take this shot on the strength of that. Let me catch up on y'all comments, and then I'll speak on my segment about them being overpriced. Because I will say, to an extent, I won't say Vegas is overpriced, but I think certain things in Vegas are overpriced for sure. But again, it's when you do your research, you know who to talk to, you learn the workarounds, just like anything else in life. Cheers to y'all. Thank y'all so much for the love, support. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate all the comments. Appreciate all of y'all. If you haven't hit the like button, YouTube, y'all know already. YouTube love the engagement. If y'all can hit the like button, I greatly appreciate it. Channel is boosting. I'm hitting all-time high numbers right now in the month period because of y'all. So thank y'all so much for that as well. Hit that button for me on the way in. Subscribe if you're new as always. Cheers to y'all. All right. Certain things are overpriced, but people can do Vegas in many different budgets. Correct. Tourist places, not just Vegas, are usually overpriced. That is very true. That's exactly why I said that. You're talking about a tourist thing. Okay, so this is the overpriced topic. Let me find some overrated stuff. Let's see. Everybody's talking about overpriced. Vegas is only overrated if you don't want to spend money. That's true. Oh, Disney is way more expensive than Vegas. Bingo. Carlos, what's going on? Welcome to the lounge. Appreciate you coming through. Said I hate seeing kids in Vegas. You're not the only one, man. You're not the only one. Y'all know on this side how I feel about that. I agree. Vegas is an adult playground. Yeah, adult Disneyland is how we like to reference it for sure. Hit that like button, subscribe if you know. Most definitely appreciate that. Hard to call somewhere overrated when you can see Ross, 2 Chainz, and Gucci in one weekend. That's why I said that. And if it wasn't Dre's in particular, Dre's usually had guest list, but you can see all of them for free in the weekend. That's wild. We took our kids for the first time when we got married, and we won't do it again. Hey, that's what's up. If you care to share, if not, that's what's up. But you're not the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth person I've heard say that. It's got an Olive Garden. How bad could it be? Good point. What up, Rodney? Said, what's up, T? I'm still in Vegas. That's what's up. How's your stay going in Vegas, man? You having a good trip? Let us know what's going on if you having a good trip. All right, some of these comments I got to come back to because y'all talking about it being overpriced. So we'll segue over to overpriced because this is a good topic to actually talking about. Bally said, what's up, TVP? Is Bellagio more for older couples rather than singles? I would say Bellagio in general typically draws the older crowd for sure. I don't know if I would say older couples versus singles, but you'll definitely catch the older crowd more typically at Bellagio for sure. All right, now let's talk about this overpriced part of Vegas. So let's just say is Vegas overpriced? I can't say yes. I'm going to say yes and no. We'll start with the yes first. Simply like someone said, Obviously, if you go to CVS, Walgreens on the strip, if you go to the strip stores, the liquor and stuff is like double, triple the markup price than what it is in your local city. So, of course, you're going to say yes. Restaurants charge more typically for food than in your local city or maybe in a typical nowhere vacation spot. Like somebody said $34 cheeseburgers. Obviously, they was exaggerating. Burgers are not no $34, but can be in the $20 range depending on where you eat at. Especially if you go to a restaurant in a hotel, it'll probably be maybe double compared to what you would pay, depending on where you go. But this is my response to that. Like I said earlier, Vegas is a place where tourists go to vacation. Most vacation destinations are overpriced anyway because they know people come there to spend money. So for sure you could say Vegas. Now, this is why I would say no on the other side. It depends on what you're paying for. Some of these hotel rooms that you stay in, if you ask me, at some points are underpriced. Some of these hotels, they offer more than what you actually pay for. So I can't necessarily say that some rooms are overpriced or some parts of Vegas is overpriced. Now, if you go off the strip or if you go to some of these places during happy hours, then you getting a deal than what you would actually pay for. Number one, I'm gonna use the happy half hour as an example. I think it's like $60 now for half an hour. You can get on if you's a big drinker, right? You can go on the world's tallest observation wheel. Let's start with that. In Vegas, they have the world's tallest observation wheel. So for 30 minutes, you get on this observation wheel. It's like a Ferris wheel. I'm pretty sure most of y'all know what the high roller is. If you don't, it's basically closed cabin Ferris wheel. For 30 minutes, you have a bartender and an unlimited bar for $60 for 30 minutes. So you get to go around on this observation wheel. You get to see the entire skyline of Nevada. You can see all of Vegas, past Vegas, over into Henderson. You can see 550 feet in the air, views 360, while drinking as much alcohol as you can consume. Is that overpriced? That's just one thing. What about the party tours? The nightclub crawls. I tell y'all all the time, y'all know me, I'm a party guy. I tell y'all, go to Groupon, look for party bus tours or club crawls. You can get somebody, I think I was just helping some people like 2 weeks ago. $40. I think it was like $28 or $40 for two people to be on a tour on a party bus that goes to a bar and 2 or 3 different clubs depending on the night. Unlimited drinks on the bus. You don't gotta pay to get into the clubs, and you get put in the guest list line instead of paying general admission. So you pay $40, you get to go to 3 clubs, you get a party bus, VIP ride if you want to call it. You get to hang out with a group of people, and you get a drink for free for $40. What was my man's comment? $25 gin and tonic begs to differ. Well, what about $40 for 3 nightclubs and unlimited drinks? And they give you wristbands at certain spots when you first go there. So instead of paying a normal price, you get 2 for $1 $5 well drinks. Is that overpriced? It's all on how you do Vegas. It's why I tell people all the time. Use examples. If you're going to put something out there, explain yourself. Because, yeah, like I say, we can just walk into CVS and Walgreens and be like, these prices is crazy. What about the other things you can do that are underpriced? To me, it balances out. All right. Let's get in here and catch up with y'all. What y'all talking about? I want to get back to these overpriced comments that I missed. Probably even the free drinks while you're gambling, you are still paying for by gambling. See, now that's a good point that I was actually gonna bring up also. Vegas is a place where you can gamble and drink for free, literally. You don't have to tip the bartenders if you don't want to. One of the perks of gambling is free drinks. Some casinos in the United States of America, they'll bring you drinks, but they not free. You gotta pay for the drink. You don't pay for your drinks in Vegas. Now, to your point, Mike, that's a real good point. You gotta gamble in order to get the free drinks. So, if you gambling in any local city What's the difference between gambling in your local city and gambling in Vegas? Like out here in California, we don't get free drinks when we gamble. You gotta pay for those. What happens if you win in money? You already gonna be gambling in your local city anyway, so coming to Vegas, you're just doing the same thing you're doing in your local city, but you get a drink for free. And then if you win in money, now you basically getting paid to drink for free. You know, so that's why I say it depends on where you go with that. So that's why I say yes and no. Oh, I see you mentioned this too. You said depends on where you're coming from to determine if it's overpriced. Someone from California is more accustomed to higher taxes and prices than someone from Ohio. That is very, very, very true. Very true. Comes with the territory. It definitely does. You know what's overpriced? The mini bar. Resorts World charges me $300 for it when I didn't even use it. Now it's for 4 items. If they charge you for that, you should have had them refund that at checkout. I've had that happen before where something gets knocked over or something gets misplaced or the sensor goes off, but they refund it. But yes, the mini bar prices, as I tell y'all in video all the time, I think, was it a Virgin room tour I did where I actually pulled up the price of the mini bar? I wouldn't be paying those prices, but to each their own. No better feeling than standing at Terrace Fountain View Suite at Cosmos, ordering all type of food on the room, and it all being comp because you gambled and won. That was exactly what I'm saying. You go to Vegas and you having a good trip and it pay for itself. You can't beat that. Now, the reason I said some rooms are underpriced because look at, like, I'm trying to stop using Cosmo. Let's use Wynn, Encore. Let's use Venetian, for example. Like Venetian, you can get Venetians, we'll just say on a weekend, between $200-$300 a night. On a weekend. During the week, Venetian could be around $100, $110 a night for a suite that can sleep 3 to 4 people at the base level. Living room, bedroom space. Is that overpriced or is that underpriced? No, look at Vidar. You get a full kitchen right there. For those on YouTube, it's not on the Las Vegas Strip, so Vidar isn't on the Strip, even though I consider the Strip hotel. But right there in the middle of them two, base suite. Give Vidar $89.99 a night. It's for a studio, soaking tub, walk-in shower, vanity sink, kitchenette, mini fridge. Is that overpriced? As we said last week, people like to pick and choose. You got to look at both sides, and we don't like to look at both sides a lot of times. It's a little bit of price gouging here and there, but you're paying for convenience and can get around it off the Strip, right? And that's the part that I didn't even really want to get to about doing stuff off Strip. I didn't even want to talk about downtown because downtown is still considered Vegas, downtown Vegas. And it's ridiculous how cheap it is to drink and do stuff downtown. Gambling downtown is cheap. Drinking downtown is cheap. You can party downtown. Like I tell y'all, if I was to party downtown, I'd like to go hang out over there at Gold Spike. Gold Spike is my spot downtown. But downtown's a cool vibe. I told you I can't be down there all weekend, but it's not that expensive. It's actually like cheaper than some local cities depending on where you go downtown. But that's why I say I'm not going to say it is overpriced and it's not overpriced. I'm gonna just say it depends on what you looking at and what you trying to do. I've made videos on how much money you need in Vegas, broke down how much you need depending on what you're doing, because you can actually do Vegas for cheap if you want to. You can actually go to Vegas. Let's just be honest. If you ain't really got no big budget, you could fly Spirit. I think Spirit, Frontier, like the cheapest airline. You can catch them. You could stay at Excalibur or Circus. You could eat at them restaurants across the street. You don't have to eat at the restaurants and hotels. You can go to Vegas and do Vegas for cheap, for sure. Now, is your experience going to be the same? No, absolutely not. And I think somebody commented that you're paying in essence for the service and the experience, which in my opinion is priceless. But you can definitely do Vegas for cheap. It is definitely possible to do Vegas for cheap. You're just not going. The people who go to Vegas and do Vegas cheap will be the same people who come back like, Vegas was alright. It wasn't nothing special. It's like, what did you do? Oh, I ain't do nothing. I stayed at one of the worst hotels on the Strip. I didn't try none of the good food. I got in the clubs for free. The clubs was fun. But I ain't do no activities. I ain't go to no shows. I ain't do none of the tours. Like I just went out there to say I went to Vegas and check it out, and it was cool. The lights was bright. The hotels was bright. Versus somebody who spent a little bit, stay at a nice hotel, try a couple of things, gonna have a completely different experience. Said facts on the middle. Yeah, I'm not touching the minibar for sure. I bought advanced tickets for the high roller, but there was a huge line for sure. It's always or mostly a great line, especially for the open bar side. I think it's only worth it to go at like 10 a.m. on a weekday when no one is there. I will wait in line 30-45 minutes for that happy half hour bar at the high roller, because one, the experience, just to be able to have those views. Social media is big nowadays. You can get great social media photos. But just the simple fact that for 30 minutes, if you want to hang out with your people and y'all want to have a couple of drinks, it's free. It's free. Like, it's basically like a $50, $60 ride to check out and view all of Vegas, and then you get a drink for free as a compliment. I will wait in line for that. If you don't want to wait in line, that's completely understandable, and I respect that for sure, because some people really don't want to wait in line that long. I would say I think it's worth it though. Especially if you want to save money. So that's a major W for sure. Just give me a damn coffee maker in the room. That's something a lot of people talk about. Coffee makers not being in the room. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I can say I do think it's weird that they don't have coffee makers in the rooms now. Just like I've noticed a lot of the Caesars Rewards properties are starting to pull out the empty mini refrigerators that came standard in their rooms. Why they're doing that, I have no idea. I think that's strange though. I think that's very strange. But I mean, you get one and maintain it. I mean, it's not really hurting nobody. Party bus is the deal. I tell y'all all the time. Party bus is the wave. That's something I'm gonna do this year. I got one video from way back in the day, way before this channel got to where it is now, where I did the party tours. I did a video on my night out on the party tours. I definitely need to do an update video on a night on a party bus, which is something I already planned to do anyway. I was just waiting for Vegas to pick back up. But yeah, party bus is definitely a vibe, definitely a way. And the people who ask me to go to Vegas solo all the time, is it worth going? That's the number one thing I tell them to do. Get on a party bus tour or do a club crawl tour, and you'll be good to go. Using Virtuoso, Amex, fine hotels and resorts for crazy resort credits. Plus my Vegas comps makes Vegas so cheap compared to anywhere else. Now see, I myself, I don't speak from comps. Like I know a lot of people when they talk about Vegas like to use comps. I don't even like talking comps because everybody don't have comps. If you get comps, Vegas is beyond cheap. It's a steal a lot of times, because you get to stay at some of these mega resorts for free, just for using the app. Like, it's not even a discussion to have about it being overrated or overpriced. It's how you got the ultimate deal in Vegas. I myself don't really like to speak from comps because everybody don't have comps. So somebody who don't have comps who wants to do something in Vegas versus somebody who do have comps and want to go to Vegas, like, they're not going to be on the same realm. So I try to speak in generalized context when it comes to Vegas, because everybody don't have comps. A lot of people in my community have comps, so they look at it a little bit differently. But I have a lot of people who go to Vegas first time, not first time in a long time, never been, don't really know. So I like to speak to the person who don't really know Vegas. And then if you do know Vegas, have comps, and it's just an easier conversation. Agreed on a party bus, cover is paid for, and you have a hell of a good time on a bus when everyone, including the host, are getting drunk and pole dancing. No wait time either. Yeah, like, that's probably one of the ultimate underrated things to do in Vegas as far as nightlife goes, is party bus tours. Like, I feel like it's something that isn't talked about a lot, but it's a great way to have fun. What is it, 5:45? Okay, y'all can drop some emojis. We can take another shot. I probably got another shot for y'all before we get off the public stream. But that's like, for me, it's a steal. I tell people all the time, do the party bus tours. Because even if they don't go to the clubs that you want to go to, they still go to clubs, they still go to bars, it's still something to do. And most of the people on the party bus tours is fun. They drinking, having a good time, everybody on a good vibe, they all got the same agenda. Let's just have a good time and let's hop around. So the fact that you got a host to guide you somewhere and a bus driver to drive you around, and they let you drink for free. Like I said, you can do the party bus tours for $30-$40 for a 4 or 5 hour experience. You can't beat that. That's something I used to do all the time in Vegas for a long time prior to this shutdown situation of the world we in now. That was one of my for sure go-tos. Forget going to a club. Let me do the party bus tour and hop around. I love the free drinks I get when I put $20 in a slot, get a drink, and cash out for $25. Look at that. Hey, that's how you do it right there, man. It's definitely how you do it. Rodney said, had a birthday January 8th. I left the 9th to the 15th. Everybody who in here in the chat right now or who watching the stream, one, if y'all could hit that like button, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please don't unsubscribe from my channel. I'm not trying to spam. I'm just trying to grow the community. Just kidding. Everybody in here right now, could y'all wish happy birthdays to the guy Rodney, cool folk, great supporter of the community. We love birthdays around here. I want everybody to wish Rodney a happy birthday. And I myself say happy birthday to you. Hope you had a great Vegas trip. Hope you've had a great birthday. And congratulations on making it around the calendar for another year. Y'all know we love birthdays around here, so y'all wish him a happy birthday. Shout out to all the January birthdays, myself included. Let us know when it's your birthday so we can give you a shout out to my guy. Yeah, happy birthday to the January birthdays, but y'all already know if it's your birthday, let us know so we can show y'all some love for sure. Said that's underpriced mini property still recovering, catering to the out stimmy check crowd. Yeah, sure. Curious, does anyone drink from the mini bars? Just remove the alcohol so guests can have a mini fridge. That is a great point. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. I had somebody comment on one of my videos. I don't remember who this person was, nor do I care. But somebody commented on one of the videos and was like, why do you always have to put in your 2 cents about the mini bar prices being overrated, or saying that people don't really want to use the mini bar? Because I myself use the mini bar and I don't really think it's that bad. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to offend you or anybody else who get offended by me making my slick comments by saying that the mini bar is overpriced when it is. If somebody charges you something when you can get it much cheaper elsewhere, that's when it is called overpriced. And most people who go to Vegas don't even touch the mini bar. That's why I always say that. People in the community, people who watch the videos who ain't never been to Vegas, all say the same thing. I don't want to. Why would I do this? But so to answer your question, yes, there are definitely, I know for sure one person who does use the mini bar because they commented on one of the videos and made sure to tell me to stop making slick comments about it. I'm not going to, but they made sure to let me know. But I think most of us would agree with that, yes, get rid of the mini bars. We don't need them in the room. Just put a mini fridge in there. We can go across the street and buy overpriced alcohol in a full bottle at CVS or Walgreens, or get one from the hotel downstairs and then have something in there to keep it cool. So we can stop going to those ice makers that always seem to be damaged or out of service or out of order when we really need some ice. Let's get the priorities together, hotels. Mini refrigerators, get rid of the mini bars, even though I know it's the money grab and y'all trying to get y'all bag. I understand it. Let's get the mini refrigerators in there. Your thoughts on the Cromwell? Cromwell is a hotel that I would not recommend to nobody. A hotel that I don't stay at. It is extremely small. It has prime location. If you wanted to stay at the Cromwell, I would say stay there if you want to do so. But for the price that you would pay to stay at the Cromwell, I've not once told anyone to stay at Cromwell over anywhere else. The best thing about the Cromwell is the location. It's a very small hotel. Dre's is the best hip hop club in all of Vegas, and it is at the Cromwell. So if you someone who just want to be at Dre's or be around Dre's, Cromwell would definitely work for you. I would probably say, maybe consider Ballard's or Flamingo, but Cromwell's not horrible. But I would call Cromwell an overpriced hotel. I would not pay to stay at the Cromwell, because most of the pricing rates that I see at Cromwell, I just shake my head. Even with rewards and comp offers that I have, with me being Diamond with Caesar rewards, I still don't stay at Cromwell, because it's most of the time it's cheaper to stay at Caesar's Palace than it is to stay at Cromwell. And I would never pick Cromwell over Caesar's Palace, ever. No way. Said Spirit Airlines. Yeah, I ain't touching Spirit. Venetian is gold for sure. All right. All right, I see the emojis coming in. All right. Let me pour up this so we can take this shot. Take this next shot. Oh, you said buffets are overpriced. I'm not paying $70 for a buffet, and most of the nicer restaurants too. And when it comes down to hotel resort fees, forget about it. It was cheaper pre-C19. That is false. That is not true. Resort fees have not gone up in majority of the hotels since pre-19. If you do think buffets is overrated, I can respect that. I can definitely respect that. However, the food options that they give you at some of the buffets in Vegas, they don't have at a lot of the other buffets. So it's very that's debatable. I respect that. I can see that because I do think some buffets are overpriced for sure. Food quality not really the best, but then there's some buffets that you just can get so much. So like I'll use Bacchanal as an example. It's my favorite buffet in Vegas. I can eat so much seafood, I can eat so much steak, prime rib, all of that stuff, that even if I was to go to a restaurant in my local city, what I ate at that buffet would be cheaper than what I would pay at a restaurant in my local city. So that's what I say. It depends on the buffet you're going to. It depends on what you eat. Because seafood is expensive. Like, think about it. $40, $50 just for some crab legs at a restaurant in Vegas. Maybe $25 in your local city for some crab legs. You eat 3 plates of crab legs and you pay $70 to go to the buffet. You just got your money worth. So I would find that debatable. But some buffets don't have all of that stuff and they charge too much. So I'm like, I can see that both ways. Big difference from staying at Rio and staying at Cosmo. Lord have mercy. That's like night and day, literally. Rio to Cosmo, nah. I would just say it's a big difference from staying at Rio compared to staying at Fedora. I wouldn't even use Cosmo as an example. I would go all suite to all suite just from going from Rio, the base room at Rio, to the studio at Fedora. That's night and day. But cheers to y'all though. Thanks so much. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. Thanks to all of y'all who hit the likes. Thanks for all of y'all who share the content, man. It's good to see the channel turning around and going up. And good to see you two showing some love, man. It's been a long time, but I told y'all, 2022, we gonna go all the way up. So cheers. Super Bowl weekend. To my patrons, we gonna go into details about that on an after party. We'll go and finalize some things. I do gotta talk to y'all about that. To my folks who not on Patreon, but I know gonna be out there Super Bowl weekend, who been hitting me up about it. I'll let you know what's going on when we get everything set up or everything finalized in the after party tonight. But yeah, Super Bowl weekend is going to be a vibe. I like the live studio audience for sure. Those all the happy birthdays for sure. Wait, what was this? I'm staying at Resorts World. How you like Resorts World? Rodney, let us know how you like Resorts World. Give us your thoughts and opinions on Resorts World. Which tower are we staying? Are you in the Hilton Tower? Are you in the Conrad Tower? Or are you in the Crossford Tower? And what are your thoughts on your stay at Resorts World? And if you would stay there again, let us know. Love to hear the thoughts and feedback from people who stay at Resorts World. The mixed reviews be crazy. I saw somebody low-key was making slick comments about me because I had said I thought Resorts World was overrated. Even though they did impress me with my experience at Zook. I was like, I might consider staying here for a stay now between Zook and Gatsby. Yo, you said be careful with that mini bar hate. It's what it is, man. People already hate me as it is. It ain't nothing new, so may as well give them what they want. When chicks come up to the room, they love taking free drink/food. Exactly. That's why, for me, example, or me, myself, and people who I know always say, if y'all not using the mini bar when y'all go and get a room or suite, just tell them to lock it. Even the ones on the counter, nah. Like, can y'all get rid of those? We don't need it. Absolutely not. But you right about that. You absolutely right. They like to come in there and just grab stuff. Like, nah, it's not about to happen. I know it's overpriced, but I always use the mini bar out of desperation when I wake up hungover and need water. And that's exactly why they have them. What you just said is exactly why those mini bars is in the room. Because there are going to be people who are too tired or just don't feel like going to get something to drink, or late night when everything closed, because that's one of the worst things with Vegas right now. Restaurants and something, like if you don't feel like going to CVS, a lot of stuff be closed late night. So if you got the munchies or something and don't feel like walking across the street, you just grab it out the mini bar. It's definitely there for convenience. And there are some people who utilize the convenience, especially when you've been drinking too much. Even then, I just thug it out. I thug it out and either go. Well, I always try to prepare. I myself now, I've been doing Vegas so long, I just know when things happen. But that's why the first thing I do is when I get to Vegas, I go to CVS, Walgreens, whichever one I'm closer to. and get everything I need. If I'm gonna be hungry, let me get something to snack on. Always get plenty of water, always get juices, and then we get our alcohol, just so I can stay away from the minibar. Because I have been one of the homies who was done, and the next day he's like, I just need some water, and we was out of water. He just grabbed one out the minibar. He was just like, I'll just take the price. I was like, hey, do what you gotta do, man. I feel it. You think the extra $40 a night is worth it from Bellagio Fountain View, for Bellagio Fountain View rooms, since they renovated those rooms and have that view? I don't know if they remodeled the Bellagio rooms, so they have the resort and then the premier rooms. If you're asking me, is the $40 worth going from a resort room to a resort room with a fountain view? I would say if you care that much about having a fountain view. Is the $40 worth going from a resort room to the premier room? I would just say, how much do you care about having a soaking tub, and how much do you care about the room looking more updated and remodeled? That will ultimately come up to you. Me personally, would I spend the extra $40 to go from the resort room to the premier room? Honest opinion, probably not. I'm gonna just keep it a whole 100 with y'all. Would I pay an extra $40? I probably wouldn't. Here's the one thing that will make me consider doing it. I don't like the walk-in showers in the resorts room. If I did it, that would be why I did it. Like the remodel room, like the resort room's not horrible. They needed to be renovated for sure. They definitely needed a refresher. I don't care too much about the soaking tub. Like I use them here and there. I don't really care for them, but the walk-in shower would be the reason I paid the extra $40, because the shower heads and water pressure from the resort rooms, I've stayed there 3 times, and I say it all 3 times. These shower heads are horrible. So if I paid the $40, now that we talking about it, I'm gonna answer the question and say yes, I will pay the extra $40, because I do not like the walk-in showers in the Resort King. Aside from that, everything else, I would pick the Resort King, to be honest. All right, we got 2 minutes left, and then I gotta slide on over to the Patreon. So let me catch y'all last. Let me see if I can catch up through. I'm gonna try to run through these last comments before I get up out of here. Stayed in one of the renovated fountain view rooms and said the water pressure in the shower was no bueno. Boom. See, somebody said that as there you go. So somebody just co-signed that. Caesar's 81. Yeah, Caesar's always seem to be cheaper. What up, Kyle? What's going on? Welcome to the lounge. I'm in Vegas right now at $1,500 on one night. Hey, my boy Steven. Shout out to Steven, boy. Vegas blessing you. That's what's up. Shout out to you, man. Enjoy Vegas. Have a good trip. Don't give it back. That's all I say. If you are $1,500, don't give it back. Put half of the way, go lock it in the safe, and have fun with the rest of it. Don't give it back. Crystal, what's going on? Said always seem to miss the lives. Hope you're doing well. I'm good. Hope all is well with you as well. Thanks for coming by. What's the best party bus company? Man, that's debatable, man, to be honest. I normally use Party Tours. The one I used the most recent was Crawl Vegas. That was my go-to. I knew somebody, he was super cool, and I always had a great time. But I know Party Tours, Crawl Vegas are like the top 2. They have one, I think it's like Turn It Up Tours. I haven't used them yet, but I think they cater more to like trying to do like hip hop spots. I haven't used them yet, so I might actually use them this year just so I can have the experience. But I myself normally use Crawl Vegas. Crawl Vegas or Party Tours. And you can typically find Crawl Vegas for the cheapest, especially if you go through Groupon. Number 17, what up? Welcome to the lounge. Said I'm the mini bar. No, Andy Francisco, appreciate the super sticker. Thanks for the support. Said Resorts World is good for the amenities. Nice pool, nice gym, nice bar at the top floor. Lots of food options. The rooms are average. Yeah, those amenities, in my opinion, is at all of the other hotels. That's why I'm like, I mean, the amenities are nice. I'm not saying that they're not, but they don't offer nothing that the other hotels have. Oh, you said you stand at the Croxford. It's very nice. I have not been to the Croxford yet. That's going to be something I try to work and get done very, very soon. To get that luxury tier. We're paying extra $40 to stay somewhere else. All right, Lisa, I think we on the same boat. Yeah, I try to avoid Bellagio at all costs, to be honest. I did like the new room though. The Bellagio Premier room. I did like the room. Most people hated the walk-in shower the soaking tub being removed. I actually liked it. Say we stayed at Bellagio our wedding. It's a beautiful hotel and the rooms were nice, but I would probably stay somewhere else for that price. Agreed. I booked the Resort King at Bellagio. Gonna try the $20 trick and get a fountain view. Probably won't happen though. If it's available, they might do that. Ask if they have it available, they got you. Penthouse fountain view suite at Bellagio is fire. Shout out to Old Town Girl, came in last minute. We about to wrap this up. Appreciate you coming through. And no doubt, Steven, have a good time. Enjoy your trip, man. All right, y'all. I got to get up out of here. Thanks for the love and support. Thank y'all, everybody who hit the like button. Thank y'all for all the comments. Thank y'all for all the engagement. And thank y'all for vibing with me every Friday. Thank y'all for coming here and vibing with me tonight. Y'all have a great weekend. Y'all stay safe, stay hydrated. Whatever y'all protocol is in y'all state, follow them. And keep living y'all best life. It's 2022. I wish everybody nothing but peace and prosperity and nothing but the best this year. Hope y'all have a great year. And I hope we need to get on Steven vibe. Try to get up $1,500 in one night in Vegas because my boy lit. But y'all enjoy y'all weekend. I'll be here same time, 5:10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Friday, unless I say otherwise. Even if the thing say 5:15, we starting at 5:10. I'll holler at y'all next week. After party will start in 3-4 minutes.